right, welcome to day 2, lesson 1.2. We're going to go ahead and get started on the lesson. So today's lesson is on figuring out solutions for the value of x. So like in algebra, people love looking for x. What is x equal to? So over here, this is a linear equation, and the reason why it's linear is if you were to graph it, the y-intercept is at 5, the slope is at 3. We'll talk about that later on. Anyway, so think of the equal sign as a wall. To get rid of, you want to get rid of the plus 5 first. Move that to the other side. So the way that you do that is by doing the opposite of positive 5, which is negative 5. Whatever you do to the left, you do to the right. So these cancel out, and you're left with 3x is equal to 26 minus 5 is equal to 21. To get the 3 out of the left side, this is 3 times x. The opposite of times is division, so we want to divide both sides by 3. So these cancel out, and you're left with x is equal to 7. How do you check it? You could take the 7 and plug it back in. So 3 times 7 is 21, plus 5 is equal to 26. That checks. For letter B, if we have variables on both sides, you do something very similar. Move everything, all the variables to one side. So you can move the 8 over, but then you're going to get minus 8. 4 minus 8 is a negative 4. I don't like that. I want to keep my x's positive. So what I'm going to do is move that 4x over by subtracting 4x to both sides. So these 4x's cancel out. You're left with equals negative 5. 8x minus 4x is equal to 4x. The minus 7 comes down for the ride. So now I have 4x minus 7 is equal to negative 5. I move that negative 7 over by doing the opposite, which is plus 7. And then I'm left with 4x is equal to 2. Divide both sides by 4, and I get x is equal to 2 over 4, which is equal to 1/2. But I'll accept 2 over 4. Okay. For this problem right here, this is division. To get rid of division, I can do multiplication. That's one way to do this, so you could multiply this side here by positive 2. Another way to do it is to cross multiply, put this over 1. So when you cross multiply x plus 8 times 1, 1 times x plus 8, this is a good review of our distributive property, which we'll do in a second, is equal to, and on this side, 2 times negative 6 is equal to negative 12. So 1 times x is equal to 1x. 1 times 8 is equal to 8. There's a plus sign between them, is equal to negative 12. So I want to move that positive 8 by doing negative 8 on both sides. Again, please forgive my handwriting. 1x is the same thing as just x equals, and negative 12 and negative 8 gives you negative 20. So x equals negative 20 as your answer. Okay, this last problem over here, let me just go ahead and erase the bottom of this. I'm going to change color so you can maybe see it a little bit better. You're going to take the 6 and distribute it with the x, so 6x. You can do the same thing over here with the 4 plus 24. You're going to take the minus 2, do the same thing on this side. So minus 2 times x is minus 2x. Minus 2 times negative 1 is positive 2, is equal to 2x plus 20. There we go. That's a 20. Okay. I'm going to combine all like terms on the left-hand side of my equal sign. So 6x minus 2x is 4x. Positive 24, positive 2 is positive 26, is equal to 2x plus 20. I'm going to take this and put this over here. So I have, I'm just going to write it over here. 4x plus 26 is equal to 2x plus 20. So I want to do the same thing that I did with this problem with letter B. Move things over, get the x's on the same side of the equal sign. So let me just go ahead and show you what I mean by that, right? So here's our line. So I can subtract 2x from both sides to keep the x's positive, so minus 2x on both sides. There's a lot of different things that you can do here. 4x minus 2x is equal to 2x. The positive 26 comes down, is equal to 20. Subtract 26 from both sides, minus 26. So this cancels out, so you're left with 2x equals negative 6. Divide both sides by 2, divide both sides by 2, and x equals negative 3. Right? So there is our final answer for letter D. Okay. Identity and inconsistent. So very simple. Identity is when the left side, like 5, is equal to the right side, which is 5. Inconsistent is when you have something like 4 equals 5. That can never happen. That is inconsistent. Okay. So what do I mean by that? Over here, x plus x is equal to 2x. So 2x equals 2x. That is an identity. X plus 1 equals x plus 1. If I wanted to make sure, subtract 1 from both sides, and I get x equals x. That's an identity. Right? Identity, identity. Hmm? Then it says over here, solve an identity. So we could do that. We want to take this negative 5, distribute it right here. So negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Negative 5 times negative 6 is equal to positive 30. The plus 4 comes down, equals 3 comes down. You're going to distribute here. Negative 2 times x gives you negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 5 gives you positive 10. The minus 3x comes down, the plus 28 comes down. You're going to combine like terms, okay? So the 7, the 30, the 4, they combine. 7 plus 30 is 37, plus 4 is equal to 41. That's where we get this 41 from. The negative 5x comes down. And then over here, you're going to do something very similar, right? The negative 2x, the negative 3x gives you negative 5x. 3 plus 10 plus 28 also gives you 41. So 41 minus 5x is equal to 41 minus 5x. They are exactly the same thing, identity. Okay. Inconsistent examples of that is when I have x plus 1 is equal to x. That is never the same thing, right? For example, if I were to go minus x to prove if this was the same, these would cancel out and you get 1 is equal to x minus x is 0. 1 equals 0 can never ever happen. Okay, that can never happen. Oh, I meant to put an x. Okay, so try this problem right here by yourself. This is a must do, and there are some other problems in the handout that you can go ahead and do to make sure, and then show one of your teachers to check. All right, talk to you soon. Great job. Hopefully you are getting this and you understand, and if there's any questions, please ask your teacher. Ask me.